All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. And salutations to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, as well as, these elders of these like-minded camps who rule well, teach that same 144%, doctrine taught to us by the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom, to own as well to the, salutations as well, to all them, all the Akim, all the brothers out there, out there teach, teaching, pushing this truth with all sincerity, and spreading it like wildfire. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. I hope this video was edifying to y'all. All right, basically I came across this video, basically by this dude that he be going in on these devils a lot, but he ain't got the whole truth. He's a so-called Christian, but basically, Trump. He's going in on Trump, and basically him calling himself king and just portrayals of, Trump and being a king and all that, and you know, honestly, like with all that going on, them trying to give Trump a third term and like making a real effort to do that, and him like putting it out there. You could say he was joking, but really when you look at it and examine it, he was testing the waters. Like he's done that several times. But seeing if people would accept it. But you know, he also went into how they told us that this is the last election that you're really gonna, basically last time you're really gonna have to vote, because they're gonna have it fixed so good, But he hey, remember that statement when he said when Trump said told Christians, I'm not Christian, talking about these so-called Christians, I'm not Christian. Um, but yeah, vote for me. Like this time, you won't ever have to vote again. Basically letting you know, man, letting you know that most likely this is the last election. But people cheered, but basically, I'm gonna go further into it, and basically they've been basically like programming the American people to accept this, and I'd say this people like been seeing that this system is corrupt, and it's not it sucks, because it's corrupt, and the politicians promise change and never actually bring it, and basically like they've been preparing us for that controlled demolition of this system. You know, Look at the old system, all its failures. The politicians are corrupt. They in it for their own gain. You see that with the Doge exposing shit like you say, man. They're not doing it because they give a fuck about the people. They're doing it because it's the controlled demolition of this system to bring in a new digital, AI run system, pretty much where you ain't gonna need, these all these politicians and shit, And basically like they've been like baiting the people with, bringing real change. I'd say since Reagan, I'd say since then. And each time, it's a dub, But you know, hey, really, this current system was set up, to be a failure, um, to demolish on itself, basically, to be a failure. It's like a rough draft. Pretty much. They had to get, yeah, they had to get you. I was gonna say you motherfuckers. They had to get you people like on board with it. They had to get you people like to go along. It was the long game. Because really, when you look at it, they took inspiration from the Romans. Even at the founding of this country. And what was Rome before it was an empire? It was a republic. So really, when you look at it, this is, you know, basically like the great work, the magnum opus, man. Basically making this place the new Atlantis, basically making this place all them wicked ass empires of the past, which, Atlantis that's not in the scripture specifically, but like basically like is that the motherfucking civilization that was running shit before the flood, basically, when you look into it. Which, doesn't say specifically in the scriptures, but most likely I'd say the sons of the wicked, which were the descendants of Cain, which are the Edomites today, were running shit. I'd say most likely, you know, really, seeing how, nothing is new under the sun, and, Cain was Esau, Esau's Cain come back, Abel's Jacob. Jacob is Abel come back, and you had that first death that came, so it's really, through the spirit, that, nothing new, same, basically same people doing, the same shit, making the same moves on the world stage, man. But and we close to that second death, and got the wickedest of the wicked ruling. So most likely had the wickedest of the wicked ruling, I'd say pretty certain. But anyways, then, and Yahushua said these days would be like the days of Noah. So you put it all together, yeah, checks out. But anyways, they've been preparing, like literally like grooming the people for this moment, man. And also, you know, hey, my bad. And it's, hey, with all these prophecies coming to pass, man, hey, this could very well be, the last president of the US, man. Pretty much. Hey, even Trump told you straight up, he's gonna be a dictator on day one, but it looked like it's been going beyond that, But it's a strong possibility that, since also like the apostles and elders of GMS bring out how Trump is Nero, and it's true, he's Nero. Reincarnated, has many attributes of Nero. That's Trump, man. But hey, that hey, the way they gassed this dude up, man, and all that, he could very well be the last U.S. president, And I honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised by this, like, which I didn't see it going this route, but I wouldn't be surprised if, DJT is either America's, first and would be last king, and also, president for life, aka dictator, Wouldn't be surprised if that is actually their plans, to make him that. And you know, hey, they basically been getting you American Babylonian sheeple ready for that new world order, man. Ready, basically like mentally ready to receive the new world order. And it also is biblical prophecy because this place is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All it's the house of bondage, man. For our people, the ultimate house of bondage, the last one. Which Egypt, the word Egypt does go into bondage, does go into captivity when you look into it. They try to say it doesn't, but it does. But Isaiah 19:4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and the fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Yahweh of hosts, man. So ultimately this is the Most High Yahweh's will, man, as a judgment to this place, man. Excuse me. So this prophecy will be fulfilled. And it looks like, it's about to come to pass, with DJT, man. And, hey, they got him up there. They got, well, you also you got Elon up there doing to put a chip in your brain. And you got, these devils, they got a short time, man. They know it. So they don't want to like be waiting on, Congress and all that and back and forth and all that shit, man. Like, they gonna get that out the way, man. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Verse 13, when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child, Jake is going to be, which that just means Israelites in general, is going to be blamed for, for the downfall of this place. And you already seen it happen, right now they're focusing on so-called Latinos, but when Trump blames DEI for these planes crashing and shit, which has been happening a lot more than usual. When he blames DEI, they're not thinking of who actually receives these DEI jobs, which is 90% overwhelming majority so-called white women. They're thinking of really you so-called black people. That's who they're thinking of. That's who they're assuming that's to blame somehow, So, also, he's aiming at, the southern kingdom of Judah Israelites, you so-called black people, which y'all would be primarily of the tribe of Judah. So he's aiming at y'all too, as well, with that DEI shit. But, yeah, you see these devils is getting ready to make that move, and basically like all this, red tape, they want that shit out the way, man. Basically, no limits for them, so they could crack down and go after us, man. Go after our people, because they really believe they could get rid of us, as a people. And, then the birthright would be theirs, man. And they really, really, the target is the elect, which is they believe they could, you know, actually take out the elect, and basically the Jakes that remain, they're chipped up, with the mark of the beast, like everybody else, And so, you take that, it's over for you, man. On this side, hey, you're gonna roast, till you charcoal in that lake of fire, which is America. It's gonna become a lake of fire with all these nukes in this place. That still is coming, Trump is trying to appease. Well, I wouldn't say appease, but sort of kiss Russia's ass a little bit, so they don't continue stopping the U.S. from basically just doing whatever they want. But it's basically it's not gonna work. Can't upset prophecy. And these devils, they know this deep down. So verse 17, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High Power Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, which is really what it's supposed to say there. But yeah, so Yahweh Shai is true name, meaning he saves, he delivers, or he is salvation, and Hamashiach, the Messiah, man. The chosen, anointed one, man. The set apart one. And so you got that coming. And before that, you're going to have Jacob's trouble. Before that, you're going to, which is described as a time like no other. Before that, you're going to have the mark of the beast being pushed, man. So if World War III is close, then Jacob's trouble is much closer. And the mark of the beast being enforced is really much closer, man. So these devils basically have total control over everyone on this earth, That's why they're pushing it. It's all about control. Having even control over your thoughts, man. That's why they want to chip your brain. But, why they got Elon up there, But, yeah, And if you think about it, it's the perfect solution to, that so-called migration problem, man. It's what they're gonna do, we're just gonna have to require, in order for you to be a U.S. citizen, you gotta have it, that grain of rice, man. You gotta have it. It's as small as a grain of rice. They always say that. But you gotta have it. And so this is gonna come to pass, Revelation 13:16, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Because the money's gonna be digital, man. Trump already did away with the penny, man. That money is gonna, it's not gonna stop there, Money, it's gonna be digital. Ultimately, also they're gonna say to prevent basically people from taking advantage of the system. You could see it, It's digital. We know what they spending money on and shit. We know what they do. We know where it's going, man. So we gotta make the money digital. That's what they're gonna go with. All in the name of so-called preventing fraud, you know. You know, there's a saying, it's a popular saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, man. You know, or really so-called good intentions. You know, giving the government all basically like it will give really the elites who run the government more power, you know, way more power. Because they could decide what you can spend that money on. They can decide if you can spend that money. They can decide because it's just numbers on the screen. They can decide, you know, who gets that money. You know, well, obviously, yeah, all that. You know, more power, man. To them, like really absolute power. You know, with that chip being in you as well. Them also knowing where you are at all times. Yeah. So with that, you know, basically they putting all that on pause too. Notice. So with that, no one's gonna be able to escape when the draft get issued out. You have a chip in you. They know where the fuck you're at. You know, nobody's gonna fucking escape, man. Pretty much. So you also gotta look at it that way. That's why they come in with the mark of the beast, you know, the MOTB. That's why they come in with it before, you know, this World War III shit really gets real, you know. That's why. And what they planning to do in Gaza, that's a test run of that technocratic system. You know. But it's close. And I would not be surprised if they actually pull that shit, you know, they actually, you know, actually happens. You know, you have like a scenario that they come up with that causes, they basically like gives them a reason to declare martial law. And then right there, you know, Trump can declare himself, you know, can literally do that, declare himself, you know, either president, you know, like he's in there for good, he's president for good, or, you know, king, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if that shit happened. Now, I wouldn't be surprised. Before I was, you know, I would have been skeptical, you know, would have doubted that such an event could happen. You know, America could go from having a little president to a king, you know, in that sort of way. But hey, you know, hey, Isaiah 19:4 could happen literally in that sense that, you know, Trump, you know, that's like Trump literally becomes, you know, king over America. But which they're getting used to, like just the president just doing shit like that, you know. They're getting used to it, getting you to actually fuck with that idea, you know. Let's just cut through all the red tape and hey, you know, let Trump do his thing without any restraints from the Constitution, you know, so that like we get results faster. But you know, why? Because the politicians been playing, but it's all by design. But anyways, you know, yeah, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, you know. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. That Satan, which Satan really goes back to the Hebrew word shaitan, meaning adversary. And Esau, you know, that's our top adversary. Should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Which also goes into like plans and shit, schemes, you know. And Ecclesiastes or Sirach 5:15, be not ignorant of anything, the great matter or small. So with that, I wouldn't be surprised if, that actually was to go down that way. As crazy as it may sound, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually make Trump king, a King Donald the First. Wouldn't be surprised. But anyways, yeah, I hope. Hey, either way, these prophecies are gonna be fulfilled, and in due time. But it's looking like we close to that time. But anyways, yeah, I hope this video was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Salutations to, the apostles and elders of GMS who well as well as, the elders of these other camps who teach that same doctrine, like-minded camps, and who teach that same doctrine, that same 144% doctrine, aka the Phillies. And shalom and salutations to the brothers out there spreading this truth, like wildfire with all sincerity, just out there to wake up the elect. Shalom, stay strong. Wa Ababa Ball. Shalom. These devils going down soon. Shalom.